Archangel's Journey. I'm Shakira. So, I didn't make a video this weekend. I only took two trades last week. And I've started using a calendar to track what's happening. I'm going to do a quick review of the last 3 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be trading tomorrow since Friday is a holiday. And it's been a relatively red week for me. I'm more interested in doing some backtesting and reviewing of what I'm doing wrong, you know? So, with that said, let's get tiny. All right, and just take a quick gander here at the calendar. So I started tracking this March 11th. So took no trades the first 2 days, basically a break even on the 13th, and then two losses the Friday and thing. I think I've talked about this week already in the review I did for that week. And then last week I took one trade on Monday and then I pre-market. And the idea was solid, just my entry was a little too early. No trades the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a stop out in profit on Thursday and decided not to trade on Friday. And then this week has not been that great. Today I took one too many, so that's two trades. That's one trade on Monday, two on Tuesday, and then three today. So, sigh. It's okay though. It's been pretty red since I've gotten started with this process, but that's all right. Let's switch over to the charts and we can do a little back testing. Let's see. Try to switch my windows here. It's not showing up. Switch back. Come on. That's annoying. It's not seeing a fresh window. There we go. All right. Now we're able to do a little switchy poo. Oh, look, there's that long I was expecting and got chopped up inside of here for. So yay me. But anyway, let's look at what happened today. So first place I got stopped out was here. Saw this switch, but here's the thing, right? And this is what I need to backtest. What I'm finding is, because my model is basically a sweep of a low, which they did a lot of, and then fair value gap form, get an entry at the fair value gap. This is midnight open, so kind of rough place to try, but I decided to not be scared and attempt it. Obviously, I got stuffed out there, but here's the thing, right? In the middle of all of this, we have this 5-minute fair value gap here that's denoted in this red, and they closed no bodies over it. So I was also considering maybe I should take a short from here, and that would have been good. And obviously, yeah, it would have been great. As it was happening, I was like, man, I really need to be more fluid with what I'm doing. And then all of this happened, and then I was trying to go long from here. And it looks like if I had set my order, let's see, if I had set my original order here, like I wanted to, and just let it run, that would have been fine. It's the problem with trying, look at that, 0.79 is where they tapped, and then they meandered about a lot, and then finally took off. So, I know a lot of folks were, trying to get long here. So I got, there's a fair value gap. I got chopped up here, right in this one right here, thinking they might want to continue up. We close above it, tap and go. But they decided to just chop along in here, which really is very frustrating. Like, look at all of this. It's very ugly, right? It's very ugly. And then they had another shift. And I closed the charts after I got my relative booty handed to me. Shift. 0.79, given my current nature for a 37 tick stop, that entry would have been fine from there. And I'm generally, they rolled right up, huh? I would have been looking for them to take that high out basically, and that would have been nice. 315 is when I would have been tagged in around here, then had to deal with a lot of drawdown, and then oh sigh. But I had already lost myself 555 in this area here, so definitely not the best of setups for me. So I am going to go to my I'm gonna go to my back testing because I need to get comfortable with this. I'm gonna switch to ES for this one since I've seen enough of NQs. I'm gonna see what ES will do for me. All right, so that's that. So let's do some back testing from last week, Monday, and onward. So let's do that, and let's look at where we are. And so we have a volume imbalance on the daily right here to be aware of. So the other thing that's been bothering me is the fact that sometimes I go in to get my entries and it just runs away and I miss it. And I don't mark it in, because I'm trying to lose that habit, of marketing in. Oh, I need to make sure I have the center line set for that. And let's save this in a template under volume imbalance. Save, yes, okay, all right. So it's Monday and let's dip back to when I would be interested in a trade. So right around here. Okay. And let's see what's going on. So it's 15 minutes. This is a range. 9:45. Here is some buy side that's been taken along with what looks like a fair value gap as well. So let's note that. Let's drop down to a 5-minute. Okay. Let's drop down to a 5-minute. So we've taken that out. And actually, before I do that, usually I'm trying to see where my next thing, and then the sell side for me would be all the way down here, but I don't really need to catch all of that. And let's also take a look at the 1 hour. So what have we been doing? We've just been sort of moving sideways, right? All right, so let's drop back down and let's test the process here. Start it on 1 minute. Okay, so we've taken this high out and we're at the top side of this thing. I want to know, there's a fair value gap that formed right here. Let's see, can I get down to like 30 seconds? No, okay, I can just do the 1 minute. All right, so we'll use the 1 minute. So, okay, right here. So we've been on a very, very serious run up. Next available thing is up here. So I want to see if there's a good reason to go short after taking all of this out. I also don't know. Let's also add the new day. Actually, let's switch this out for this one. Let's see if that's the one. And new day opening gap. Let's remove the gap warning on the 1 minute. Okay, so we have gaps up here. We just need to be aware of them. So new week is going to be that. A new day, we're going to do like light blue. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. So these are new day opening gaps that they might want to run up and fill, looks like. And do I have any new week opening gaps? What's this? Oh. Let's just show like 3 of them. Yeah, let's clean that up a little bit. It's a bit much. And then the new week opening gap down here. And any, doesn't look like anything's up there. Okay. And the big boy buy sides up here. Well, there's another one, smaller internal one here, right above here. So let's see what they do. So I'm generally very focused on a 1 minute. We've taken this out. Tiny, tiny thing. I don't trust those. So let's see. And what time is it? 9:50. I'm just going to wait. At this point, they've been going up for a while. Some sort of correction, I think, is potentially a thing. They could also take this out and give me something. What time is it? 10 o'clock? No, what kind of movement was that? Let's see. Nothing much. Decided I'm not taking anything that isn't my setup. Okay, so we've taken this out one more time. Shift. Nice, strong to the downside. I can't tell if there's a fair value gap in there on the 30-second because we can't see that one. Let's assume there is. And sell right there. And the general gist is, given the way I trade, my stop would be just above there, and I'd be looking for them to come back down. Something, you know, something like that. Let's say about that. Next 15-minute low, we can adjust that as we go. So let's see. Can't see that. If we bust above that, can't tell. That doesn't look very good for me. Okay, so then I'm most definitely stopped out there. Couldn't tell this sell thing. Does it need to show? Oh, I guess can't really do anything about it. All right, so let's flatten that. And let's assume that. So what did I learn there? So there's all of this juiciness up here. I want to wait to see if they're going to tap into it and then go, right? So they've tapped into it and let's see, and don't give anything away, right? So right now I'm just trying to see what the nearest buy side is, like liquidity. So there's this guy right here, which, you know, if I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to worry about too tough. Let's look at the 1 hour. Oh, all right. So from the 1 hour and higher time frame matter more. So the general gist is the 1 hour is bullish, the 4 hour is thinking about it, and the daily is, you know, thinking about it. So let's come back. And let's drop to a 5 minute and let's go to the 1. So we've taken a lot of buy side and we've tapped into these guys. New day opening gaps, fill them in. So maybe I can try that one more time. Let's see. Down close candles. Nice big one. We're gonna leave a gap. Usually I like to go down to the 30 seconds to see if it leaves a gap. So the other thing I like is this fair value gap. Did they close bodies? Yes, they did. They closed bodies. So the other option I have is to take this high and that low and see if I can get a short from up here. So that's the 0.62. And let's see, what does that look like if I were to take it from here? It's not bad at all. So let's say I sell right in this general vicinity. Oops, can't see any of that. Okay, so let's clean this out. It's getting a little busy up in here. So if I am going to estimate anything, let's see. If we get past this, that high, so one standard deviation is here. Well, two is all the way down here to reclaim all of this. And 15-minute low, where's the closest 15-minute low? Oh, it's right here. So let's see if we can get to that. So now this low, I need them to take it out, and then I would be willing to move my stop. Right now from here, my stop is above here, so. Took that out again. Lots of meandering around. Okay, we finally took that low out. So as stops go, I would be moving mine to probably just around here. Now if I could just trade just like this in reality. All right, so now we are above the halfway point. Lock in that much. Now let's see if we can't continue down. I'd like it to stay below the halfway point of that. Next time it takes this low out. All right, beautiful. It took it out with a wick. So I'm gonna move my stop to about right above there. And lovely. So I'll be here. Now let's see if we can get down to here. Okay. Now retrace. So spatial awareness. We've hit this order block, tap that, and we've respected it. Now I need it to drop below here for me to move my stop again. All right, beautiful. Now I've locked in that much. Let's see if we can't get below here. We've taken that out one more time. I'm gonna lock in some more. We're getting close to what we would want. And coming close to my stop and flatten. So I would have made off with $87, but profit is profit, right? So let's go here and let's move that and clean that. And let's move it an hour. It's 1:15. And that's 145. Let's drop to so we're on a 15-minute. What are my things that I care about? So this is the lunchtime low right here, so I'd want that. Sell side to be considered. And right now my buy side's right here. We'll see what they do. Can't imagine they don't want to come back in here, so let's see. Lunchtime low. Where's the lunchtime high? Actually, lunchtime high is about here, so that's more like it. All right. So, what are we doing now? Just waiting. I'd like them to take this out and dig in. It's 2 o'clock. Let's see, is there any 5-minute fair value gaps I need to pay attention to? We took that out. All right. Just waiting. Okay, we took that out. Now I needed to close something meaningfully, like bodies. We don't want to go long. Took that out. So I wouldn't have taken anything here, because I don't trust when they shallowly run through things. Bothers me. And then now they've run it a second time and then not taken any highs out. That's more meaningfully. So I don't know. Up close candle. I assume there's no fair value gap there. It's too close to 4 o'clock. I wouldn't be taking anything. So what do we do? So on the 5-minute, we swept those highs right there. Right here. So did they give us anything? Yeah, I wouldn't have taken anything here. Just to be clear, let's take that out. Okay, let's move this forward one day. Okay. So let's drop this back. 9:30. All right. So what juiciness do we have? So things I'm considering. Sell side down here. And then buy side's all the way up here, if we're being honest. It's internal liquidity right there. It's right by the midnight open. And there's a new week opening gap down here. And in terms of the range, we're hanging out right in the middle. Not really like that, so let's note it. Yeah, so we're just a little bit above the middle of that, so you need to keep that in mind. And what did London do in terms of what daily? Let's add I don't know if this is helping me or not, but let's add the power of 3 in here. Candle. So I can see what it's doing at this point in time. Midpoint of the range, 9:30. What did we do, 9:30? So 9 o'clock, 9:30, we dropped a little bit. 15 minutes. Let me add the midpoint of the range so I don't forget. That's where we are approximately. Here we go. trying to be a little bit more focused. I'm not gonna lie, like trying to do this is very stressful. Right now, I'm currently enjoying some drawdown and I don't like it, and I need to tighten up my game. So I need to backtest a lot more. All right, so what do we have? There's a fair value gap here on the 5 minutes. Oh, need to delete that. Is that a 1 hour fair value gap or something that we're referencing? Oh, 15. Nothing there, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go to the 1 minute for now and 9:30. So we've been dropping, so 9:30, any fair value gaps, just this thing right here. There's a sweep right here, potentially. And we're just below this, so we're doing range trading that we'd have to do some, wait for it to drop, get a good reaction, and then go up. Anyway, so what time is it? 9:45. It'd be nice if I could see the 30 seconds here. No? Okay. Back to the 1 minute. Don't give me hints. Heck. Alright, things that I need to test. Okay, so 9:44. Actually, let's go to 5 minutes. So what other things do we have? There's order block here. I'm inherently bullish for the most part, but let's see what happens, right? Because I also need to take into account where I am, because this is like sweep of these lows. This is a new week opening gap, so it could be a nice potential place for a reversal, right? So what do we have here? I can't see anything on the 1 minute. It's not 10 o'clock yet, so 9:50, just gonna see what's up. So we have a shift here, fair value gap, but we have this thing, and how far back into this did it go? 0.79? Okay, I don't know. Potential entry here, but I'm finding those don't really work well for me, so I won't be taking them anymore. So that seems to have been a nice potential. Now, what's this looking like on the 5 minute? I don't know. So I guess something to pay attention to on the 15 minute for this, if I were to bother with it, is the behavior there. Yeah. Broke above it, fair value gap. I don't know. So it looks like in this case, an entry here wouldn't have been terrible. Looks like we had another touch. What time is it? I don't like any of this, so probably wouldn't have touched this. Very ugly. My general desire at this point is if they could sweep this and maybe they can go back up again. I don't know. Well, we came back down and then dropped into this fair value gap. We tapped this one more time. And I'm still bullish when I'm taking this high out. And we're still below the halfway point. So 0.62, see what they do. That's a good reaction. Let's see if this would have worked, like the 7.9. So basically, if I were to try this out, it would be from here with a stop below there. It's not too bad. And then we're looking to go up this way. The next 15-minute high, if I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, so that's a nice reaction. Lately, I don't get any luck with good reactions. So at this point, my stop would be if my entry's here, my stop would probably just be right about there, just to cover fees and things. So we've taken that out. Now I'm looking to potentially, so this guy up here, maybe we can get up this way. Maybe we can get to it. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what we're gonna do, but that's what I'm gonna aim for. And this, I'm just gonna manage my stop as I go. So I think that's midnight opening price. Fair value gap. Let's see if it holds it up. You take the high out with some alacrity. Okay. So at this point, my stop's here. So I'm locking in just a little bit more. I want to see some very nice push up. Took that high out. At this point, my stop is here. That's not looking very juicy from my stop, except it is. Okay. So that's nice. So my stop's now here with that push up. And let's see how they behave. Nice. So I'm gonna lock in some more. See how they behave in here. All right. We can make another structure up. All right, so we're locking in right there. And looks like I got stopped out right there, so flatten. So I would walk away with that. Okay, so that's taken into account the new week opening gap as an area for the catalyst. Okay. And seeing the reaction, the behavior, the bodies, and then taking it, if it comes back, to tap into the order block there. This probably continues up some more or not. But once it gets up to tapping these guys, I'm okay. And it does take the tap that, but I'm okay with that. All right, so just need to finally, just manage things. So see, it goes up a ton more. No, so I'm thinking about it, right? So I didn't do, specifying where I wanted my TP to be, right? Like, so that's something I'm not doing these days, Who's up here? So if I'd gotten my entry here, like from here, and I'm looking for 2 standard deviations, this is ES, so I don't know. Once it got past here, lock that in and then, see what happens, I suppose. Does it get up there? 2 standard deviations? Time is it? Oh, whoops, too far. So I would have been coming back in here to see what's up. And we're really close to this buy side here, so I'd want to see it tapped for a potential short. Oops. If that is the wish. Let's go 1 minute. Sorry about that. Again, if I use the new week opening gap as something to be considered, higher high traded through. It's been very bullish up to this point. I still would want that high to get taken out, so I don't trust any shorts. So I'd be waiting through all of this foolishness. How is that? Well, that looks very sweepy. So if we were to say buy that just for funsies, with the expectation that they're gonna like take that out with my stop just below here. Can't see it. Can you? And I would have been stopped out there. Okay, so again, this is that scenario where I want to see if there's a fair value gap in here. Can I do it? No? Still? No? Okay. Guess 2 weeks back is not good enough. In any case, looks like did I go back too far? Whatever, let's switch to the next day. So Monday, Tuesday, I think we were looking at, did we switch to, I think it pushed me forward one day. No bueno. Let's remove that and let's get back to what I'd be checking for. Or were we at Wednesday already? Oh, we were. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's move forward one day. Okay. So, and let's, because I'm finding that when I'm looking at the, okay, so this is, let's see, 15 minutes, lows that I'd like to get taken out. So there's this one, sell side, and then that one's pretty close to it next. So keep an eye on both of those. Let's see which ones they're more interested in. Okay. All right. So, oops. And then as for things that we want, some buy side right here as a low hanging fruit, potentially. And things that I'm forgetting to do is check. So if we take that out, so we could use this low, let's see. If we take out this high, it's not the one we're looking for. So we could be looking to get all the way up here. So I'm just gonna note it. I need to start doing that. 2 TP. 1 TP, and so in back testing I'm doing it, but in forward testing, I will freely admit I was frustrated a lot today, so I definitely didn't do everything I was supposed to. So we're at midnight opening price here, and in terms of a range for 15 minutes, what have we been doing? We've just been going up, huh? All right, so just gonna remain bullish on this whole thing, right? And where are we? So London lows are down here. There's a low here. And new day opening gap there. So, and is that the first thing? Okay. So what happens first thing? So it's 9:33. What do? We drop back to midnight open. Okay, so my general desire is for some lows to get taken out like properly. We didn't even take that out, so I don't know. I'm not interested. I'm doing ES, so things that always mess me up, coming back into something like that, decided I'm not taking those anymore. Even though it would have been profitable. Because this is what that looked like. It's gross. So my, like attempts today to do something similar did not work out very well. And I guess this would have been fine because I could have done something 20 ticks up, but I was hoping they would take one of these lows out. And then buy side aiming for, let's be ambitious. Aim for 2 TP and then lock in 1.5. You know what I mean? Like that. Okay, so it's 10:24. And it's looking pretty juicy. Okay. We drop back down to the new day opening gap. I really like to use those per se. So what's this looking like on the 5-minute? So we took that high out. I'd like to see them take these lows out at minimum. And it's 10:50. Given the nature of this, I probably wouldn't have taken anything. Once it hit 11 o'clock, I wouldn't have touched it. All right, so let's go to the 15-minute regardless. It's not pretty. Let's take that out. All right, so let's see. Oh, let's do 1 hour so I can move one. Let's take 15 minutes from there. 12:45, 1:15. Okay, 1:30. Okay, all right, so 1:45. So let's drop to 5 minutes. So we've taken some lows out, and I want them to take that out properly. Whoa, that's a nice move right there. Okay, so there were two, right? Right, so they took that one out and tapped that one. And then ran, like right at 2 o'clock. Was that FOMC or something? I don't know, whatever. So let's drop back down. Did this, can the 30 seconds work yet? 1 minute. Okay. All right, let's go back to what we were doing. It's right here. Okay, so, all right, so different TPs up here. We took that out with alacrity. We grabbed that guy. And all right, then we did both of those. Nice. Okay, so my general desire for take profits have been met beautifully. Let's see. All right, we have a very big drop. And in my mind, a bit of a correction. A mini shift right here. I don't like it. So if I were to say go short, it wouldn't be anything all that juicy. All the way down here. Oh no, it's been very bullish. And the opportunity for a long was here. So we swept all these, fair value gap. And then that. Could have tried that. What would it have looked like on ES? 15 ticks looks great. Then to go into all of that, it's not bad. Okay. Big move. So if we were to sell here, what would I wouldn't be looking for a lot if I'm being completely honest. Do something like that, and then maybe come back to tap that. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So given the fact that we're super, 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 super bullish, I would be putting my stop around there. And then just tracking this and locking stuff in. See, we can get below this low. So for this, I want to see it, like I said, it's very, very bullish. So, you know, I would want to see them. The fact that they tapped it right here and then started doing this, I probably would have moved my stop a bit more just to lock it in because the short doesn't feel super like amazing to me, you know? So, in any case, looks like they came back up to give a better entry for a nice juicy take profit. Anyway, so we wouldn't have made all of that. Anyway, so that's the PM. All right, so all right, so the Thursday. Now, excuse me there. Remove that, and let's get to the morning opportunities. So everything's moved like a lot at this point, and I think there was some stuff that got created on the daily, like a volume imbalance or something. Midnight open. So let's go to a 15-minute. If I can trade like this normally, it would be great. So, let's say our buy side was here. Anything else to the right? No, we are in uncharted territory. Okay, and then sell side for me would be down here if I'm going to be reaching. And let's drop to the 1 minute and let's see. So we took that out. And there's a fair value gap right here. Nice body. If they tap it, I'm gonna sell right there. And that's what I'm looking for, right? Like, technically, if it taps that, stop above there. And let's see if we can't go that way, you know? Good reaction. It needs to take this low out. That low is taken out. My stop is moved to, well, just above my entry. Like that. And then see if we can't make another structure and drop again. See if this fair value gap and order block can hold things, hold down the fort. So right there, I would be stopped out. So I would be there and I would have to reevaluate. What do we look like on the 5 minute? So I'd have to reevaluate. And what time is it? Still 10 something. So, in terms of a return for a short, 079, I have to watch it now. Okay. Probably wouldn't re-enter for this. Say, you know, it's very bullish, so me taking a short there, I'd rather just take my $37 and calm myself. Because the behavior here would have been respect, tap, and drop, but they didn't do that. So that would have been, now I have to reevaluate what we're doing. Because this looks like they swept it, something, and then just to continue up again. So we are in uncharted territory, right? So my new desire would be to see if they take that high out and then continue back down. If there is an opportunity. Looks very bullish. So going short is kind of a hard thing to do in this market. Looks like my original entry is not bad. What time is it? It's after 11, so I wouldn't be taking anything. So let's not even like. So this is some BS right here. So let's go to the 1 hour, and now it's at 11, 12, 1. Okay, let's go to 15 minutes, and so now it's 2 o'clock. They took that. And when did they do all this juiciness? Let's see. So they took this again, 12:30, no return. Handled this and then dropped beautifully. Okay, so new goals. Because I would like to take, we're back at midnight opening. Oh, the lunchtime lows are taken out and the highs. I don't know. That was taken out. We have all of this down here. Let's see. We're at midnight open. Maybe they give us an opportunity to go long, potentially. Don't see anything in here. We're at midnight. So I like that behavior there. So something, let's see, let's see if I can do a buy right here, meaning I wanted it right there. And long. So right here, that would be low risk to go back up. Okay, we took that high out. This next, the return, the taking out of the return high is, because for these aggressive things, I have to wait and then wait for that to get taken out, and then I can move my stop. So now my stop would be right under here. Small loss if I take it. Okay, so then I'm stopped out right there. And let's see what happens. So they drop even more midnight open. And this is below midnight open. So if we're going to go long, it's not a bad place for it too. What does this look like on the 5 minute? 15. Okay, so waiting for a fair value gap. There is none. One thing that I've been not doing very well is paying attention to what happens inside of when they're dropping like that. So like right about here, when I start see the wicking, I should feel comfortable taking a sell from here if it comes back up to it, right? So like a short right here with a stop above that fair value gap. And then maybe, we'll get something come down here or something. So it looks like I'm just about stopped out. Whoa, stop. Okay. So we gave the stop a little bit of room. I can't tell if it tapped it or not. Let's pretend that it did. So we've stopped out. And because sometimes, when, and I don't mean in these scenarios, like when it has like one big giant drop and then there's a fair value gap, the potential for it to continue dropping from there could be very high. We have a look. But here it's bullish market. What time is it? 3 o'clock, low, lower, low traded through, fair value gap. Oh, just noticed that. Take that off. Take that. That's already done. We're below. So technically this would be a buy if I'm following like the general gist of things. So let's see if I do that. And my stop is below that, 17 ticks. And then we're looking to go up, next 15-minute high, whatever. So in this scenario, they closed above. And let's see. All right. This is after the drop and liquidity's been taken. So let me see. Did it hit the 0.79? Twice. But for this, the stop would have been okay regardless. So I need to see this high get taken out because this is what took care of that all this meandering about. What does this look like on the 5-minute? Consolidation, you know what I mean? We need to get past these highs. Okay. All right. So could probably put the stop to break even at that point. If we take this high out, and again, I'm forgetting to do something, which is to take that low, that high, and estimate where I could take profits. So let's go 1 standard deviation. And let's go. So we're looking to go there for the moment. 2 standard deviations is the general spot, but this is really ugly price action. Let's get rid of that. I need some, I don't like that it wicked. I want like a body on it. It just looks like consolidation to me. And there I would take like a loss. Actually, I wouldn't have, because when it took that high out, I would have moved. I would have been kicked out here with like $30 or something. Anyway, so gross day, and then the Friday. And let's get to the AM session. I do believe there's a volume imbalance that they're reaching for. So at this point in time, range-wise, buy side's here. And by this point, they've already taken all of that out. So they're going to continue further down. I would be looking at that. Sell side, is there anything else juicy? There's stuff down here. But I think on the daily, the volume imbalance is the main reach. Okay, let's go back to 15 minutes. Okay, so they've already tapped the volume imbalance. Midnight's right here. And for this range, they're about just below midpoint of that range. So let's see what happens. So what time is it? 9:23. This looks really gross. So I'm waiting for something significant to happen. That's 9:43, so I'm not doing any trading, just waiting. All right, so from here we have sell side here. Now, what did I say? These guys could also be considered an area of importance for bullish sweep. Fair value gap in here could have helped us out, but it's not my ideal setup, so I'm likely to take it. I want these to be swept first. And look at that, very gross. So this sweep, I don't know if there's a fair value gap in here, they would have taken that out. All right, so we're down here. We swept it. Give us any reason to go long. So I don't know if this had a fair value gap in it. Let's assume that we don't have one on the 1 minute. They're just gonna wait. So I have to assume there was a fair value gap in the middle of this, maybe. To warrant a long from there. That would have been just before 11. So still outside of my range, so I wouldn't have taken anything at that point, which is what I did last week, Friday. I didn't take anything. It's 12. 1. Okay, hold on. All right, so I did take a quick pause there. You know what? I haven't drank any water today. That's bad. All right, so we're going to this is the Friday. Oh yeah, I don't trade 5 p.m.s. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Let's yeah. It's possible that, you know, something good happened in here. It swept those. Fair value gap. So I like to put my things right there. I'm gonna stop there. I would have been leery of what's up there. Ugh, ugly. Very ugly. Anyway, let's see what we could have done this week. Okay, Monday. We'll go back to things I'm noting. The volume imbalance, 15 minutes. So I did a pre-market long, 8:30 or something. That didn't seem to on NQ, but that doesn't seem to exist here. In any case, midnight opens there. I've been going down. I'm bearish. So let's see what happens. Got 9:30, 15. All right, so nothing there. Closest 15-minute high is up here, so this would be my buy side. And we're too close to this for that to be the only target. Fair value gaps down this way, so that guy, so my sell side in my mind is probably going to be really down here, but I don't need it to get there to make some money. All right, so what time is it? It's 9:44. We swept all these highs. I'm bearish. I don't know. 5 minutes. We got a fair gap on the 5 minute we can utilize. I don't know. So is that the first fair value gap that's formed? This one, 9:30 right here. All right, so 9:45, we swept some stuff. We swept these guys. Potential short, maybe. See how they behave inside of this. They come up this way. Fair value gap here, if they leave it and not tap it, then yes, I didn't like that sweep. So 15-minute, what do we have up here? We have this. So fair value gap. So maybe if they take that high out, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm not gonna bother with that. And I'm just gonna wait. 9:52. It's very ugly. You know, slow grind up. Don't really. I guess that's something on the 5 minute, but I don't like it, so I probably wouldn't be trading that. So right now it's 10 o'clock. We've got a lot of sideways movement. So I'll just be watching this. So you swept all of that. Continuing up. There's a new week opening gap up here, I just noticed, along with the, so I'm just gonna wait. See if we get up there before 11. Just gonna run up, continuation up. That looks pretty sweepy. Maybe they give us a quick opportunity to continue up. Stops under here, so doesn't look very good, so I would have been stopped out there if I'd bothered to do that. Which is something I'm not going to be doing anymore because it's not working out for me at all. At all, at all, at all. So it's 10:45. I would have, taken a loss there. And what did I miss? Nothing, nothing, nothing. This is ES. ES is a little bit more choppy. All right, so we're past what I would care about there. This is kind of 1 hour. And let's see. It's 1 o'clock, 15. Okay. All right. So now I'm hoping we can see some sort of like push up, sweepy sweep. All right. Let's get real close. Okay, waiting, waiting, waiting. Slow grind up, looks like. Well, so on the 5 minute, I guess I could check for these too. So we had buy side here. Let's see, was there an opportunity? I wouldn't have liked it anyway because it took it too shallowly and then it just dropped. No fair value gap except for this one. But, I mean, it's a nice looking drop. It's after 3 o'clock, so I wouldn't have bothered. So that's looking kind of sweepy. Oh, can I get to the 30 seconds now? Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe if it comes back down here, we can get a buy. Let's see. I'm gonna stop below here. And equals. And then properly stopped out there. Okay. All right. And then Yesterday. Minutes. Let's roll. Let's clear all of this out. And let's go back to the morning here. Okay. Okay, so London's been London low here, south side here and here. We've been dropping, so I'm still bullish if I'm not being honest. Let's short term bearish. Let's see that. Okay, so we dropped no real fair value gap. This little guy right here. New week opening gap. This doesn't feel very good for my method. So I wouldn't take it. You know, at most, sweep here, and then maybe if we get a fair value gap, let me drop to the 30 seconds above here. I would try that. Nothing. Just 5 minutes. So I wouldn't be doing anything in here. This is just a shit show. So, and whatever happens, they took the low out here. That was just before 9:20, and then they've just been meandering about. So I was looking for a long, but I don't like that they're just kind of sitting about. So I'll just be waiting. And they took that out. Let's go down. So what time is this? 10:30? They took these lows out. And did they leave us a fair value gap? Tiny one right here. Don't really like those. So if I take that, it would be a very small stop. And then we're gonna try and get up there. We'll see. So I'd basically be buying right around there. See if we can't take those highs out. Oh, skip to 1 minute, sorry. And let's see if we can take, we get past that. That's very, very gross looking candle. For this range, we're dithering in the middle of this range. Okay, I need this high to get taken out to really, truly move my stop. I think at most, given what's happening, I probably would just bring it to break even. Because on the 5 minute here, we haven't we took that high out, and we haven't taken this one out. So if you were to, so I'm aiming here. So 1 still inside of here, 2 up there is what I would be aiming for. Looks like I would be stopped out right about there. Yeah. Flatten. Walk away with nothing. And then let's head to the PM session of this. 115, 130, 145. Okay, so things I'd be considering is sell side right here. I want to see if it gives me anything. So we close bodies. There's a fair value gap, so I would technically be buying right there. Stop below here. I like that reaction. I don't know what the 5 minutes looks like. This is a very gross day of trading right there. Need to get above that high. So let's see what we got. You're really getting any good movement. It's ugly. It hasn't really gone very far. And this looks like on a 5 minute. Looks like it's respecting this. We're gonna continue back down. Looks like. Yep. That's exactly right. So I would have been stopped out right there. In any case, that's ugly. Very, very ugly. All right, well, this is pretty long. I'm gonna stop here. Yes, I don't really like trading. Yes. If I'm being completely honest, it's not been as smooth. Like today on NQ, really mildly disappointed with myself, but what I need to recognize is when we've got that big drop, if we've got a fair value gap that is respecting as it's stopping and meandering about. And more importantly, if it's on a 5 minute, which is what I was looking at. Where'd it go? Which is what I was looking at today. So I was looking at this. And then I could have taken into account this old low as well. Two confluences and for take the short instead of getting chopped up here. But anyway, I have a lot of back testing to do to shore up my model and to get my trading back on track. Because, I'm not in the business of losing money, but I've been in drawdown this whole time. And that's okay. There's always a tomorrow and next week and new sessions. There's opportunities everywhere. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Be safe. Shakira out.